It welds beautifully. My sterling silver welds are a million times better with this. I think it's probably one of the top machines on the market now.
All right, today we're going to be reviewing the Helix by Pepe Tools. And so I'm Jake Randolph, the co-founder of Linked Permanent Jewelry Training, and I've got Terry Berry here. She's a permanent jewelry expert and a friend of mine. So Terry, you've been using the Helix for a little bit. What are your thoughts on it?
I love my Helix. It's compact, it's light, it's 2 pounds or less. This is the stand that it comes with when you order just the machine. It's got the engraving with the Helix logo. Your stylus fits in there nicely. It's not going to fall out. This is the ADL automatic dimming lens that comes separate. You pay additional for it. But the reason I like this one is it folds down for compact ability. What an automatic dimming lens does is it protects your eyes when you weld.
Nice.
So the circuit board in here gets a signal back to this machine that I'm going to fire, and this screen will go black and protect your eyes. Yeah. So instead of having to wear glasses that you can't see through or they're falling off your face, you have this and you just have them guide their arm under here. I am thinking, and I haven't tried it yet, but I was noticing this weekend that I would be able to move this for anklets. It is argon gas compatible. All the cables come out the back. I love that. There's no mess in the front. I like to keep things in a confined area and close at hand. And when there's cords in the way, it makes it hard for me to do that. This ADL has a stylus holder here, so you could use just that. I like this stand though. It welds beautifully. My sterling silver welds are a million times better with this. So in the front, here shows your power, and you just click the buttons and push them up. You can do it one-handed. There's been somebody that said you couldn't. I do it all the time like this. Here in the center, there's another on-off button. This is a safety button. So if I have to, right now it says ready. If I have to walk away, you click that and that ready light went away. So if somebody picked up my welder and started playing with it, it will never fire. So that is your safety on-off. Back here is your power on-off. The reason you don't want to turn it off with your power on-off is you'll notice it came back at 1. So now I got to reset my power and turn off that safety. So on the back of the little Helix, this is your power, and it has a power adapter that is running to a battery pack under the table. This is your accessory cord, which is running to the ADL, and the ADL is a separate item. And
now, does this power the ADL, or does this have a separate cord?
Yeah, it actually gets power from here. So when I kill this, the lights went out. This is where your argon gas would be. We just unhooked the argon gas because we were getting ready to finish up the show. This here with the plus sign is where your ground plugs in, and that's your on-off switch. And this is where your stylus comes out, and there's no reattaching it or anything. It's just set there. How I travel with mine is it comes in this really nice foam that's pre-cut, and I put it right back in that foam inside my case. So it's well protected. It's probably overkill, but when you buy something nicer, you always want to protect it.
Right.
So on the ADL, under here, there are 2 strips of LED lights, and then you have that stylus holder, and then this folds down. This is the cord that's going back to the accessory outlet where it gets its power and where it gets the signal, I'm going to fire, so that this screen can black out.
Now, I know you used to use the deluxe machine, which is bigger, and not by Pepe Tools. So how would you compare the performance?
The performance is so much easier. This straight out of the box. Then, of course, I have 2 years of welding on my skin, so it was so much easier. I set it up and was welding beautifully. Everything is either a 6 or a 7, unless it's a 26 gauge, and then you might need to dial down to a 5.
Okay.
On the deluxe, you have 2 settings. It's a 1 and a 3. You can go 2 and 3 or 2 and 6. You can't fine tune it the way you want to. And I find today, it was so cold in here that I needed to increase my power because my jump rings were more brittle and were less pliable, and the air blowing straight down was affecting things.
Right.
So that's part of what the deluxe taught me, was to be able to troubleshoot. The deluxe will teach you to think on your feet because you have to. It's not a bad machine. I used it for 2 years. And most people thought it was my ride or die. And then this little guy came out and I was like, oh, she's cute. I need this. I haven't named it yet. I got to come up with a name with it. But I've had it since it came out. This is Gen 1. Gen 2 you now have in stock. Gen 2, I gave them a review with a bunch of cons. They took all my cons and incorporated it, which I was like blown away. So now the stylus cord itself, instead of 42 inches, is 60 inches, which will help with your anklet. And none of them were work impacting except for the 60-inch and that 5-foot cord or 6-foot cord we need.
Right.
Like, and I think they went 6 foot, so maybe 72 inches. I have to double check. But that is available now. I think it welds prettier. I don't want to say better, prettier. My welds have always been nice, but when I went to this, I was like, whoa, my welds look so much cleaner and smoother. I used to have to, with the Deluxe, go back and hit spots that were a little jagged. Some people like to file those off. I don't, because I think it creates a weakness, and I like to keep my welds really strong. But I think it's probably one of the top machines on the market now, especially at the price range.
Yeah. So what's the current MSRP for this?
I believe it's $13.99, and then this is $250. So all in, you're at what, $1,600?
And by the way, if you want a $100 gift card to the Link store where you can get a Helix machine or many of the other machines we have in stock, comment below. We will actually be picking a comment for a $100 gift card giveaway.
Yes, and I also have a Facebook group for this machine, and that group is designed that only Helix owners are in there, and you can come ask specific questions like, hey, I'm welding this and I'm struggling. What am I doing wrong? And the people in there are very helpful. I run my groups like yours. I'm very strict about behavior. I created these groups to make things more helpful for other people.
Yeah, and right now this has a 3-year warranty. And I say right now because you never know when things will change. But if you get it as we're filming this, it is a 3-year warranty. That could be either through Linked or Pepe Tools themselves. And then, I think this company is great. They've been around for, I think, at least 30 years. I don't know the exact number, but I'm on a, text basis with we have a great relationship with the owner and the CEO, David. And so definitely recommend this company. I think it's a great company, great machine. We've had great feedback on it. And so you definitely can't go wrong.
Yeah, everybody that is in my group that has it just raves about how great it is. They love it. I mean, it's black. Just the black. And I know this sounds stupid, but I do a lot of outdoor events, like big festivals and fairs and stuff. The wind's blowing dirt. I don't want a dirty machine when I go back to my studio. I want it to be clean and pretty. The black hides so much. Even like we'll be out at a festival and I'll go like this and go, like the dirt.
Yeah.
But it doesn't show on the machine.
Yeah.
So to me, that's like, it's like a flat satin black.
Right.
It's like a satin black.
That's one thing I noticed, with laptops, like a black laptop shows fingerprints, but this does not show like the fingerprints at all. So it's like you said, it's like a flat.
Yeah, this is more of a glossy finish on the stylus, but this is like a satin. They did a really good job, and this is all powder coated. And then they had it machine engraved. And then, so that's the silver showing through. I just love the logo on this. A lot of my clients say to me, that looks like jewelry. And so for me, it adds like an elegance to what I'm providing to my clients. Because let's face it, half of this is experience.
Yep.
If you're not giving a good experience, they don't want to come back.
Exactly.
Who wants to go sit with somebody that's boring and not having fun? So you fake it till you make it, because he fakes it till he makes it every day.
She likes to mess with me. So on one of our next videos, we're actually going to be teaching some of the best techniques for permanent jewelry. So make sure you stay tuned for that.